Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I'm so glad that you guys are here. If you're new and you would like to know how I go about reading, interpreting cards, the information is in the description box below. For all of you new and or returning, thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate all of you guys, your support, your energy, and just being here to be a part of this channel. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. If you're interested in what decks I'm using, they will also be in the description box below, along with my website if you are interested in working with me. Okay, let's just jump in. We are going to be doing rather a unique Celtic cross, I guess, because I'm going to be using oracle cards for the Celtic cross versus tarot. Just want to do it and see. So here we go. These cards have already all been pre-shuffled, so let's get going. Okay, so it's a general reading. Let's get where their energy is right now. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Okay, we have change that's going to be in the center of your reading. So we'll do it like here so we have room for the ones that go up. What is crossing, which is either supporting or challenging this change? What is crossing? I don't want two. I want one. One. Pick one. You feel free to, fast forward past the shuffling. As you can see, sometimes it takes time. Okay, what is at the basis and the foundation? What is at the basis, the foundation? What is at the basis, foundation? I'm taking this one because that's the one that came up, but we will look and see. We had resistance. All right, just resistance. We'll remember that resistance played a role in the assessing. Okay, can we get the immediate past? Immediate past. Oh, okay. You're bound and determined to give me two. Okay. All right. What is crowning? What is crowning? This is what is your superpower, your strength, what is, coming from within that is helping. Oops, sorry. It was the right way. I turned it upside down. Okay. Nice. Okay, what is in the immediate future? Thank you. Okay. And how are we thinking and feeling about what's going on here? How are we thinking and feeling about all of this? Thank you. Now, just so you know, this was a little off. It wasn't in the full reverse and it wasn't in the upright. It was kind of off a little bit. Okay. What is in, who or what is in the environment around them? Who or what is in the environment around? All right. And what are their hopes and fears? What are their hopes and fears? Oh, come on. All right. And the probable outcome. Let's get the probable outcome. Probable outcome. Nice. All right. Now, seeing as it didn't, well, yeah. Just gonna see if we could. But I'm not, oh, there it is. Right when I was going to say, oh, but I'm not finding it, and then it popped out. Okay, so we know that the resistance was there. Bottom of the deck, we have fruition, action, and release with abundance, and that you're protected. But it's about surrendering to the process to give your creation an opportunity that is bringing beauty to your world, but you do need patience. It is about purifying yourself and trusting. Okay. Purifying yourself with unexpected results, but it is a need to trust and to know that you are resilient. Okay? Very nice. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? All right, so current energy, we have change. Change. Now, when you look at this, I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. So she's wearing these boots, right? And at first I thought they were a shadow, but I've just realized, and I've actually had this deck for quite a while, a long time, years. And I just realized these are actually boots. And there's a dark spot right there. So I can't tell, is that dark spot supposed to be her coming out of this, what could be implied as an egg? Or is this just her getting a good grip so she can push herself off? We see there's plenty of movement because this scarf-like material is moving. We have lots of lightning and lightning bolts coming from this other planet and seagulls. So I would say if you're into animal totems, spirit animals, maybe look up seagull, see what are the energies of seagull, and see if anything resonates with you around that. Well, we have, this is the, okay, the thunder moon, so that's actually the moon. I don't know. I said planet, so for some of you, maybe there is a planet involved. For others of you, it could be the moon. Moon is a lot about emotions, right? Things that are hidden. We don't know everything that when the moon makes its appearance. There are things that we don't know, right? So I would say that that's something that could be at play here. Okay, trying to make it so you can see everything. I didn't realize that those top cards were not showing themselves. I'm going to put the top one over here for the probable outcome so you can see it. There we go. Okay, so we have change, and you know, and it's interesting because if you think of her as holding on, not wanting to let go, there's more resistance. If you think of this as her pushing off, and this is what the basis and the foundation is, then I would say that you've mastered the resistance and you're ready to let go and move into the unknown. This can be a very emotional, I just heard the word overwhelming. So if someone is feeling overwhelmed, you may want to look into ways in which you can best support yourself to work through the overwhelm so that you can let that go. Now, we do have what's crossing you is attraction. This is under the super moon. I'm not one for astrological movements and what's going on with the skies, but you may want to check and see because there may be a significant moon cycle coming up for you that is related to this change. Maybe there is a moon cycle coming up that has some things that you can do to best support and help yourself through this change, okay? Because this change for you is about what are you attracting, right? And if we're feeling resistance, we're feeling overwhelmed, we're feeling anxiousness and fear and, you know, low vibing and emotions, well, guess what we're attracting? Now, don't get me wrong, this is not always easy to shift how we think and feel. You know, I'm no different than anybody else. I have my own challenges that I go through. Currently, I'm working through some that, again, I'm trying to work through them though, so that what I'm attracting is actually what I'm actually wanting and not more of what I'm trying to process and release and let go of, right? Okay, so, and what is at the basis and the foundation? There is resistance and assessment. Now, to me, this is saying that there was an assessment that was done and there was this realization that, you know what, there's things that I want to change. There are things that would be better for me to change. There's things that, you know, what I'm in right now, it's not acceptable anymore. It's time to make a change. But there is resistance, or was resistance. You know, take it how it resonates for you, or will be, depending on where you are. But the resistance gums up the works, if you will. Right? Because it's going to require change. It's going to require adjustments. It's going to require letting go of some things that just aren't serving us anymore. And that's a lot easier said than done sometimes. Sometimes we're successful and we're able to do that pretty quickly. Some things are just not as easily released. Okay, what is in the recent past? Well, we had 2 cards come out here. We had balance, and it came out with the other one face down. This to me is telling me that for those of us who have been wanting to get to a place of achieving balance, that there is something that is can either be a hindrance or a support, just like here, right? Focus. Okay. So if you're wanting to create balance, it is going to require some focus. This is in the immediate past, so maybe this is something you have already accomplished. You've utilized focus on whatever it is you're trying to change and what you're trying to attract, and you have created a state of balance in some way, shape, or form. For those of you who maybe haven't made it to this part yet, or you're in this part now, because again, this is general, take it how it resonates for you. If you're trying to create balance, then I would say this is probably going to be your best support to help you get there, is focus. Again, if you need help in identifying that, help in carrying that out, then, you know, seek out what it is that you think is going to help you to achieve that. Okay? What is your crowning strength? Acceptance. This can be, yes, it can be about someone coming in, but I really feel that this is about, it can be about self-love. It can be about acceptance, as in accepting someone's assistance and support, because a lot of us can be in this, I don't need anybody's help. I can do this by myself. I don't need your help, blah, 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 right? Everybody needs help sometimes. So there is this self-acceptance, accepting ourselves for who and what we are, where we are in our journey, and learning to move forward from that space, continuing to accept ourselves as we move through our journey, right? This is very attractive to others, right? And we do see here, up here by the moon, I don't know if you can see it very well, actually. There's a ring in there. Now, so for some of you, this can be someone coming in. This could be your strength, as in for some of you, if you have not met this person yet, maybe it is the, energetically speaking, maybe that person is already encouraging you because they're already in your energy. There is that spark, that energy that comes from that. And I don't know if you can notice it or not, but the red that is in here they're actually tiny little hearts. And then, of course, we have the doves. So I would suggest looking up the white dove if you are into animals. Of course, we also have the butterfly here, which most people associate with transformation. The birds on here, I can't really make out as to what kind of bird they're supposed to be. I believe this one over here is a hawk. But the other ones, I can't tell if they're supposed to be. I don't think they're the same. They don't look the same. Okay. But so we do have self-acceptance and acceptance of help and support, and or acceptance of this spark of energy, of light, of love for some of you. What is in the future, we have the void in reverse. Okay. Now, I'm actually, let's see, this one is the moon deck. All right, hold on a second, because I want to actually, okay, thank you, sorry. I want to actually, oh, let me get this back, the microphone back on there. I want to actually read what it says to you in the Void, because this deck has the Void card, and then it also has the Darkness, or yeah, the Darkness or something like that. And they don't mean the same thing. Because, all right, so hold on here. All right. So basically the Void, your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. Again, we have resistance. So resistance may be something that comes up frequently for you. And I would say also maybe for some of you, there is work to be done around discernment of when resistance is supporting you and when resistance is working, when you're working against yourself due to resistance. All right. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. Okay. The Void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. Now, here's the thing that I find very interesting about that is, again, one, because they're talking again about resistance, which we already see is the basis and the foundation of all of this. So for some of you, resistance may be woven, right? And I'm being very distinctly shown woven. So it's a thread that continues to run through various scenarios or things that you have been dealing with. Okay. So anyways, the Void here, because it was in reverse, I would say that this is, because this is saying this is a time to rest, a time to reset, it's a time to, right, work through these things, release stuff. I would say because it's in the reverse, it would mean that you've already done that, because you've reached this place of acceptance, which has allowed you to move out of this space of the Void. Okay. What does this allow you to do? This allows you to move into your sovereignty. This is, because this space is how are you, thinking and feeling about yourself. And this is allowing you to move into your sovereignty. So it says you have sovereignty over your own life, right? Releasing, stop resisting, focus, assessing change, right? What you're attracting. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite desperate people and views should you choose to. Desperate, yeah. The buck stops with you. You are powerful. Act like it. Okay. So desperate people and views should you choose to. So basically it's just saying, having that ability to be able to show someone a new perspective, right? There can be desperate people, disparate people. There can be people who are, in that kind of energy, right? But you have this ability to be able to show them to look at things from a different perspective, assessing the situation, change the focus, right? So that what they're attracting is actually their own sovereignty. Now, yes, you have the ability to do this with other people, but we must first start with ourselves, right? And it feels like, again, from this entire journey so far, you've made it out of the Void. You are now stepping into your own sovereignty. This alone, learning what our sovereignty looks like, learning how to work with our own sovereignty, what does that mean? All of that kind of stuff it also requires for change. It also requires us to be flexible. It also requires us to accept ourselves in this new light. And it takes practice. So, but the point is again, you've made this whole journey and now you're out of this Void, this holding pattern, because you've made it this far. So now it is about again, acceptance of yourself in this new role, this new energy of who you truly are, and then learning to work with that. What is in your environment? This could be people, events. Hold, please. Okay, sorry about that. Family came home, and I may have to pause this again because they haven't come actually all the way in the house yet. And as you heard, the dog gets a little excited. Okay, so fear. This is what we were talking about. This can be the energies of those around you. It can be the environment that you live in or that you work in, you know, something along those lines. But if you notice, you're inside here. You're safe. You're in that little egg. You've got light. Just hang on to your own light. Work on your own sovereignty. And, you know, others are going to do whatever that is they're going to do. Everyone has free will, free choice, but also notice none of these birds are in the cage. They're all loose. They're all free. So we all have free will, free choice. But you are protected. So rest assured there. What are your hopes and dreams? Well, we have nourishment. So this is very much geared towards how we eat, our physical body. A lot of people don't realize that when we are on our spiritual awakening journey, or we're on our path, or we're working towards our awakening or our expansion, etc., right? It is really important for us to support our body in the best possible way that we can in any given moment. Now, for some of us, we're financially challenged compared to other people, just where we are in our journey. And I don't mean comparison to compare yourself. I'm just saying the reality is some of us don't have the option to, you know, spend the extra funding. But here's the thing. There still are things you can do. You know, instead of sitting down and having that bowl of sugar-coated processed cereal for breakfast, you know, for instance, you can have, you know, fruits and vegetables. You could have a fruit vegetable smoothie that combines the two. You can have, you know, whatever that looks like for you. Again, do some research for yourself. See what speaks to you. This isn't about dieting. This is about how can I best support my body with where I'm at. Working with the best choices possible for you in whatever that looks like for you, right? Trying to, you know, get rid of those things that just don't serve the human body very well. And now when we are on our ascension journey, right, and we're moving through other phases and places and spaces in our journey, the more unhealthy or unsupportive we are towards our physical body, but yet we're still expecting our body to be lighter and lighter. We're expecting our body to be able to, we're putting demands on it that are outside of this dimension. And then expecting it to continue to just work. And it's like, well, if you want that to happen, you're going to have to support it in the best possible way. So there are people out here who are, this is what you're desiring, and this is what you want to attract in. So again, it's just bringing in those things that will support that. Okay. And then we have blossoming. This nurturing, nourishment and nurturing your body like that is only going to help to support the blossoming, the expansion, the growth, the movement of your journey. And next we have the path. This is going to help you get on that right path. Again, apologies. Okay, sorry about all that. Such is life, eh? Okay, so we have the path. So the nourishing yourself in this healthier way, whatever that looks like for you, is going to prompt and support and assist your blossoming, as well as opening you up and showing you this path. Now, this is what I find really, really interesting. If you look on this card, she's standing down here at the bottom, right? She hasn't started going up the ladder yet to come out into this new space and place, right? Do you see how she's holding her hands? Can you see that? Her hands are literally behind her back, and she's holding her own hand. resistance. Assessing. Do I want to go up this ladder? Do I want to take this path and this journey? Do I want to do this? Right? But look, not only did she climb up the ladder and come out the hole, but she even went further and has now gained all of this wisdom and this new understanding, and she's continuing to go farther. So all in all, I would say that, you know, I do feel that this nourishment is extremely important in your journey, in your path, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's your eating plan and reassessing that and looking and seeing, okay, how can I best support myself? Where can I make changes? Trying to do, you know, fresh instead of out of a can, out of a package, out of a box. So trying to do what you can to leave the processed behind and eating fresh, moving into more smoothies, and I mean smoothies that are healthy, not ones that are laden with sugar and more processed crap. Stuff that is healthy at the store, ensure that it really is healthy, because there are a lot of things that are labeled healthy that are really just more processed crap and loaded down with chemicals and preservatives to keep them, you know, shelf worthy for much longer. So maybe for some, this is a lot about that. Others, I would say it's also about staying hydrated very well. Obviously, movement, sleep. You know, there's all these different things that come into play that nourish our body. This is all leading you to that blossoming now and putting you on that right path and giving you the choice. Again, you can get this far, but you still have to choose to go up the ladder. But in doing so, you can not only come out on this side, but continue to climb even further, gaining all that wisdom, and then continuing your journey even farther still. So there we go. I actually kind of really liked doing this Celtic cross with these oracle cards. We're going to grab just a couple here real quick to see how else can we best support ourselves in this journey. Thank you for the messages. Okay, we have mindfulness. Manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words toward the outcome we most desire, balance, right? Change, attraction, wisdom, nourishment, changing, stepping into our sovereignty. We ignite grace. We ignite grace. Mindfulness. Faith. Have faith. Every event we experience and every person we meet has been put in our path for a reason. Faith. Peace. When we balance silence with activity, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness. Now, interestingly enough, they're talking about the mind here with mindfulness, and they also mention the mind here with peace, right? When we balance silence with creativity, we discover true peace of mind, a source of all joy and happiness. So there may be some things that some of us are running through the mind repeatedly that are actually hampering us and our journey. And last, we have chance. Take the leap. Divine protection is always by your side. Protection. And again, change, letting go of the resistance and allowing yourself to move forward. Change, interest, or chance. Chance and change, which is where we started out, was with change, right? And if we're going to change something, we're taking a chance. We're taking a chance that it's going to work out. Ooh, okay. We have work. I do complete work. I tie up loose ends, follow through on projects, and enjoy the feeling that comes from a job well done. That, it speaks to our focus. You know, we can do stop, start, but does that really help us? If we just, I mean, you know, it does help us, but everything helps. But what are we going to do with that, I guess? And, you know, if we want to see the change and we want to attract things, then it's going to require us to follow through with things. Thank you. Just making a mess with these cards. All right, we have rest and relax, release guilt, and make your needs a top priority. Rest. I'm trying to get that image of the phone out of the card. But again, rest. And I had said in with this nourishment, you know, rest does nourish the body as well. Choose love. Let your love become a powerful force for change. And you know, do you see again here, she's reaching. She's gained all this wisdom and she's reaching even farther for another star. We have this acceptance here. And I guess I feel like, the star has a heart in the middle of it, obviously. This could be about preparing yourself first and foremost for yourself, your own sovereignty. It could also be preparing you because maybe there's someone coming in. I did want to pull. Oh, there it is. I did want to pull from this one deck as well. I also wanted to say I noticed too that on the bottom of the deck that we used for these was fruition. All right, this one is Divine Doors. Let's see what comes up for us with the Divine Doors, and then we will close out. What divine door do you have for us at Most High that would be beneficial for us to hear at this time? Nice. Freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. And on the bottom of the deck, we have 1111. Numbers and doubles, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back twice. See, don't hold back. Resistance. Don't hold back, don't hold back. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. And it's interesting that they talk about the numbers and doubles because now you have 11, 22, 33. I know I saw 44 somewhere. Where did I see it? Oh, 44. So yeah, 11, 44, 22, 33. So you've got some doubles going on here. So anyways, there you go. I hope that that was helpful, and I'm very sorry for the interruptions of the dog. And yeah, so until next time, see you soon.